So one of the questions that I have, I'm gonna kind of rephrase it a little bit. So it's, have you seen the UX industry change as like the recession is going on and like the layoffs and how that affected the job seeking? Like, do you think that it took you longer to find a job? Were you still finding a lot of jobs to apply to? How did it affect you in that way?
So for me, I got my job a year ago, but there were definitely 2 rounds of layoffs at my company, and they probably let go of like 20 people, but my company only has about 150 people, so that's kind of a lot. And they let go like 2 or 3 people on the executive team. So the company was like completely restructured. So that was super scary. I'm really glad I wasn't laid off, but I feel like my boss really has our back and will advocate for us. But yeah, that's been like really scary.
Yeah, I was thankfully like picked up right before the recession started to happen, like tail end of last year. But I guess one of like the biggest things in that regard is I would say that especially right now, it's important to be intentional with your job search once you get to that point in time. And funny enough, like the company that I'm working at now, although I found it on LinkedIn, I was just walking around like my neighborhood and I saw a place called Designery and I was like, oh, I wonder if they need UX designers. Went on and then I learned that they have an open position. So another, I guess, piece of advice that I would give in that regard is to not just focus solely like online, like go out in your community. There might be like marketing agencies, there might be like design studios that aren't having their as impacted by these big tech layoffs. So there's plenty of like jobs to go around, but I feel like we're all hearing the big tech scaries, which is my heart goes out to those people, but just know that there's always opportunities out there.
Yeah, so kind of the same with Alex and Julia. I kind of got picked up for my job before all of that happened. And luckily enough, like within my company, we haven't had any layoffs, which is great. But yeah, it made me extremely nervous. And I mean, because I am the last one hired and I'm the newest. So it's a little, nerve-wracking. And so but no, I mean, I got lucky enough where it was kind of before all of that.